Hey,
Hi, this is Alex, or Alex
this
and
this is
Ebony.
Ebony. I'm Alex.
And we wanted to jump on and talk to you all about money habits that keep you people broke and in debt. And before we get started, we just wanted to tell you a little bit about ourselves. If you don't know who we are just on a mission to help couples build healthy financial habits so they can eliminate debt and essentially live the life they truly desire and deserve. Alex and I have been through it. We've dug ourselves out of a deep financial hole, and now we just want to share the tools and the systems that we use to do that with the world.
Yeah.
So if you're watching a replay, thank you so much for jumping on. Feel free to share this video if you find it useful to your friends and your family. And thanks for hopping on with us for our live viewers. So we're just going to go ahead and get started.
So, three things that you have to stop telling yourself about your finances. That's what we're going to talk to you about. The biggest thing we're going to talk about is mindset. So, and when we talk about mindset, it's really just the things that you don't even realize that you're telling yourself. It's an everyday thought process, and it really takes away from your ability to be successful with finances. So the first thing I wanted to share with you guys is financial success is for other people, but not you. I've said that many times to myself, and you just don't realize the way it undercuts your ability to be successful with money. You'll say, "Oh, he's successful because he got help doing something," or "She's successful because she's so smart." And we tell ourselves these little white lies and these fibs that really create the barriers from us being successful with our decision making process. We automatically create the excuses in our lives for why we didn't achieve something that's a goal for us. So removing that thought process and changing it really makes a difference in how you look at things and accomplish things.
Because really, that really boils down to what you believe you can do.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of people tell us, well, I don't make a lot of money, so I can't really save. And that's another thing that you don't want to, tell yourself, because you can. Success looks different for everyone. So just know that no matter how much you make, or no matter what your situation is, with the right habits and the right mindset, you can be successful and you can pay off your debt and you can reach any financial goal you want. Granted, it may take someone longer than someone else, but it doesn't mean that you can't do it. So that, it's for them and not me mindset. Get it out, cut it out. Don't tell yourself that anymore.
And it's one of those things where you compare yourself to somebody else that's already walked that long path, and you have to walk your path. So you can't compare yourself to the Elon Musk people of the world, or the super successful folks that have multi-businesses and stuff. You have to compare yourself to yourself. So you have to start at point one or point A and keep working to each milestone or marker or goal that you have set forth for yourself. And that's how you get to the steps of the super rich Bill Gates and those folks. They started out with something simple and kept building on it. And that's how you have to look at it. Telling yourself and giving you these little white lies can really just never allow you to make any steps towards success.
Right. So the second thing is telling yourself you deserve something. This is something that I did a lot. And when we say that, it's one of those things like, have you ever been walking through a store or a department store and you're like, I had a hard week, so I deserve that new pair of jeans, or I work every day and I work hard, so I deserve to buy a new car. So it's that entitlement per se, because you've had a rough day, or because you work hard, or because you work 12-hour days or 6 days a week. But it's one of those things of, if you don't need it, or you didn't plan on it, or you have other things you can do with that money, then it really isn't beneficial to you. And then it creates those habits That's a dangerous cycle because you start attaching material things to either make you happy, make you feel better, or just to satisfy whatever need that is you're trying to satisfy, and then you don't set any. You find yourself out of control. You don't go in with a set amount that you want to spend. You just see that nice pair of jeans or those shoes or whatever your thing is, and because you feel like you had a rough day, you can buy it.
I think some people, even there's like a cliche term out there, shopping therapy. Whenever things are not going your way and you want to make things feel better, you go shopping. Take your mind off of stuff. And there's been research out there that even says that when you shop, it actually triggers a little chemical release in your mind of satisfaction, and you start associating that happiness with purchasing things. And nobody's immune to it. Everybody does it in their own little way too. For me, it was always car stuff, motorcycle stuff, tools, those kind of things. So that was my little. I deserved it. So I didn't have goals for why I deserved it. It was like she said. I worked and I earned my money, so therefore I spend it.
Right.
And I never had a logic or rhyme or reason. I just said I needed it.
Right. And eventually you run out of money if you're not managing it right, or you rack up credit card debt. For me, his thing was tools and things like that. My thing was clothes. So we all have our thing, but it's a dangerous habit to get into. So that's one thing another thing you want to prevent yourself from telling yourself that you deserve it. You deserve to be debt free. You deserve to be free from creditors and free from the stresses of knowing that you have to pay, a debt, or you may not be able to pay a debt or a car payment. That's what you deserve, right? So just keep that in mind. And so the third one is, this is a big one for him.
Yeah, learn how to tell others no. And doing that, you're telling yourself yes. I have the, servant mentality. I am always trying to serve folks and take care of them, do good things, do good deeds. Sometimes I get in the habit of overextending myself and taking on too much, and therefore I'm stretched super thin. But what I had a hard time learning is when I stretched myself super thin, I had to say no to something, whether it be not being able to spend time with the family or not being able to accomplish something I promised and letting folks down. So you have to really be cognizant of that mindset, and learning how to actually use the word no is a good thing, and telling people no. The amount of stress you create by saying yes to everything in your life it just compounds on you, and it creates a very large weight that you cannot get out from under.
And it's tough, especially when people hear budget, or I'm on a budget, or I'm watching what I'm spending, you kind of get that look. So it's tough to really share that sometimes. So you may have a friend that's like, hey, let's go out to dinner, or let's go hang out. And if it's not in the budget, or you can't afford to because you're trying to reach other goals, it's hard. It's hard to decline that. For one, you may want to hang out with your friend. And then two, you kind of want to say, okay, yeah, I can go hang out for dinner. It's called kind of that keeping up with the Joneses, or just kind of going with the masses, or whatever the case may be. But when you have goals, you have to say no. And it does get easier. And a lot of times when you start sharing those goals, people start getting used to them, and then they kind of know what path you're on if you stay firm to that. And they'll respect that. But you can also, it doesn't mean, so if your friends say, hey, can we go out to dinner, and it's not in your budget, or you want to put that money somewhere else that's more meaningful, invite them over. Hey, I can't go out to dinner, but I just went grocery shopping and I'm making this tonight, so come over, hang out. You save both of you guys some money. So learning how to say no doesn't mean you have to lose relationships, and you may lose some relationships, believe me. But learning how to say no just means you just find other ways to nurture those relationships that are meaningful to you. we had to change up a lot of things that we did when we started really diving into paying off our debt, because we were used to spending and buying large. For instance, for Christmas, we will always do like Secret Santa, and that's one thing that went away when we started budgeting. Did we get a little pushback? Yeah. But because of that, we set those boundaries. We were debt free. You know, we were able to put that money other places that will serve us better in the long run. And now that we're debt free, then now we can participate.
Yeah.
And, you know, and so it's not something that's forever. It's just making temporary sacrifices for an amazing long-term result. So mindset is huge, but also staying firm in what your goals are is just as big. So just remember that because no one will value you more than yourself, and you know that we want you to know that you're capable of amazing things and reaching any financial goal that you want to reach. But you will have to change your mindset. You know, that's a big part of it, is believing that you can do it.
Yeah.
You know?
And like Ebony said, it takes time. It's not a instant process, and you're going to have your struggles, but that's the point of growth. Mm-hmm. Nothing happens overnight. Mm-hmm. And there's tons of examples and stories out there that you can refer to and understand that it just takes a little bit every day. It's never huge leaps and bounds. Most people just see the finished product.
Right.
So, but it's the small steps every day.
Right.
And that's where your success comes in.
Right. And so Alex and I, we've been through the process.
Yeah.
You know, we know that it can be tough. And so if you're watching this video and you're like, you know what? I am ready to do this. If you're stressed over your finances, if you feel like you're in a place to where you don't know what to do, if you and your spouse are fighting about money, whenever you try to talk about it, then we want to invite you to join us in our upcoming Financially Fit boot camp that starts on April 24th, because we talk about all of that. We literally took everything that we did to dig ourselves out of over $300,000 worth of debt, and we put it into this 4-week course to help other couples do the same exact thing, and to really take control of your finances and become 100% debt free. So our beta groups start on the 24th. Mm-hmm. If it's something that you are ready to do and you're interested in, we'll put the link in the comments section of this video, and you can register. You can read up on the program and the details, and we would love to have you. We did pre-registration, and the course is filling up.
Yeah, we're excited.
Fast. We're very excited.
A lot of positive responses. Yeah.
So we have limited spots because it is the beta group. So if this is something that you're ready to do right now, then click on the link in the comments and register, and we would love to take you through all the processes and systems that we use to become financially free and debt free. So,
and just to add it, even if you know this thought or issues is weighing on somebody else's heart and mind, share it with them and let them know about it. And hopefully we're the outlet that gives those people the chance to find financial freedom.
Yeah. So that's all we have. You guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for jumping on live. And comment below if you have any questions. Send us a private message, and we'd be glad to answer anything you have for us. So have a good night. Bye.
Bye.